Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for His Majesty the Earl of AARAN, the Crown Prince of Scotland, Ireland, Egypt and Sudan.
My beloved brothers and sisters of this, the one human family. There are moments in the long story of civilization when humanity must pause, lift its gaze from the noise of the age, and remember who we are. Not consumers, not combatants, not machines in a restless marketplace, but souls, bearers of dignity, endowed with breath, conscience, and the quiet radiance of the divine. Today I speak not merely as a sovereign, but as a steward of the ancient trust, the protection of life, the preservation of peace, and the guardianship of our shared home. Across the world, we have allowed the value of life, especially the smallest and most vulnerable, to be obscured by convenience, ideology, and the cold arithmetic of modernity. The heartbeat of a child is not a political symbol. It is a testimony of creation, a whisper of eternity, a reminder that life begins not with our permission, but with God's grace. Let us therefore call with solemn conviction for an end to the practice of ending life after the first flicker of the human heartbeat. In compassion, not condemnation of the barbaric practice, but for compassion for those who are pregnant. Not with anger, but with reverence. For a society that cannot protect its children cannot claim to be progressing, only drifting. On the tyranny of materialism, we as a human family have mistaken wealth for wisdom, accumulation for achievement, and consumption for meaning. The spirit of materialism has grown so strong that it now threatens to eclipse the gentler virtues that once defined our humanity: generosity, humility, gratitude, and wonder. Let us rediscover the ancient truth that a person is measured not by what they possess, but what they preserve, not by what they consume, but what they cultivate, not by what they take, but what they give. On a halting of the march towards a cyborgic future, in our pursuit of innovation, we must not lose sight of the human soul. Technology is a magnificent servant, but a disastrous master. We must resist the reckless march towards a future in which the human body is treated as obsolete hardware awaiting mechanical upgrades. Let us affirm with clarity and courage that the human being is not a prototype to be replaced, nor a vessel to be fused with circuitry. Our strength lies not in becoming machines, but in remaining the beautifully vulnerable, gloriously human temples of the soul. On war and the misuse of national treasure. Too many nations have mistaken aggression for security and materialism and militarism for patriotism. We spend fortunes preparing for wars that should never be fought, while neglecting the wounds of poverty, hunger, and despair that cry out so loud for healing. Let us declare an end to trivial wars, to vanity conflicts, to ruinous habit of calling every expansion of force defense. True defense is the protection of life, liberty, and peace, not the pursuit of global dominance. On stewardship of Earth and humanity, this planet is our only home. And it is not an inheritance from our ancestors, but a loan from our children. Its oceans, forests, and skies are sacred trusts. Its people, every tribe, every faith, every nation, are branches of one ancient tree. Let us therefore usher in a renaissance of planetary stewardship. Stewardship of Earth, stewardship of the vulnerable among us, stewardship of peace, and stewardship of the human spirit. Let us remember that we are one family, bound not by borders, but by breadth, not by wealth, but by worth, not by power, but by purpose. May we walk forward as a human species with courage, guided not by fear, but by the wisdom of the ancients. May we choose compassion over convenience, peace over pride, and humility over hubris. And may the generations yet unborn look back upon this moment and say, here at last humanity has remembered who it is. Thank you.